at the end, this is the end. Now you have AI, my friend. My friend, come here. You have AI now. AI tools, ChatGPT, and so on. So what you do is, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to MM2 Aviation. And today we're gonna discuss. I'm gonna show you how I passed my modules, what techniques I used, what was my hidden recipe. How did I pass these modules? Number one, I changed my mentality. How I said it to myself, Musa, I'm gonna pass these modules regardless of what it cost me, man. I had to put the effort. I had to pass. For you to, in aviation, you can succeed. You can be a contractor a lot, but to make the big bucks, to the best ways you get that license, that aircraft engineering license, to get to that next level, is for you to pass these modules. And there's no secret way or anything like that. You have to put the effort. You have to put the hard work. One of my ways was, I call it the three times. I learned it from one of my uni friend. I learned it from one of my uni friend. I used to fail my modules. I spoke to him. I was like, yo, Joe, how do you pass these modules, man? I see you always. He was one of the guys smashing. He used to pass his modules. Like, Joe, how do you pass your modules? And he said to me, Musa, I memorized the book. And I was like, how do you do this? And so, yeah, I'm going to tell you exactly the ways. The best way to do it is called 3 times. And this is very good because it builds you up. So the number one, if you go straight to the point, number one, the 3 times, it means you have to go over the book, the module, the whole book 3 times. Before you do that, I used to write myself a little note. So I say to myself, Musa, let's say I'm doing module 8. I remember module 8 had around 100 pages. Around 90 was 100 pages. I knew that, okay, 100 pages. I write it down and I can remember and I see it. Okay, this chapter is that 20 pages. This chapter. Why? The reason I'm doing this is because the first time you do it, all you're doing is just, the main aim is to finish the book. So the aim, first I'm going to just finish the book. It doesn't matter. Don't try memorize it. Don't try to do anything. Just finish the book. First time, finish the book. And the way you do it is, I'm going to give you the bits tip so you can build up. The way you do it is, when you're doing this, you start with the smaller chapters. So get the module, look for the smallest chapter and do that. So this will build you up from the smallest to the second smallest and so on. Don't go for the big boys. Like, for example, module 11. I remember like the hydraulics and the flight controls were around 180 pages and so on. No, build it up. Do the small boys. Do the little small chapters and then get ready like, okay, now I only got the big chapters. Okay, let me take it. And then from there, you do the second biggest. Don't do the biggest straight away. So the first time you do, the main aim is finish. And how you finish, start with the small chapters. Don't try to, if you don't understand, highlight that page. You're going to come back. And so now, you finish. That's how you finish. The second time you go more deep, so you go more in depth. You understand? You go more in depth slowly, and then the third time you focus on the ones that are difficult. So you focus on that. That's the main. Number one, aim to finish the book. The way you do that is you start with the small chapters and then slowly build up, and then you finish. Now you already build up, like, okay, I finished it. Now go second time. And this process should work for you in a month. A little tips at the end, okay? A little tips. Before you start any of these modules, you get yourself like a book like this, or the smaller ones. I like the A4 ones. You get yourself smaller ones like that. You get yourself pen. Normally, I buy 2. So this will be my revision. And then I'll be like, this will be my final one, So when I do the first time and the second time, I will do in here. And then the third time at the end, I will do in here. And then when I finish, I normally used to have like, literally, I'm not kidding. Like, I used to have like this whole page. I will memorize the whole chapter, that chapter 1. I'll memorize it here, like bullet points and so on, so that I just go through it. And then at the end, I used to have like a little summary. I used to pretend that I'm doing like a presentation, and I used to present like the chapters slowly like that. And even during the test, I used to be like, okay, let me test. Another tip, my friend, is that when you fail, I'm telling you, I failed many times, many times. Many modules I did it 2-3 times. The best way is when you fail, I know it's going to be sad. So, okay, move to the next chapter. Okay, move to the next chapter. And slowly start with the smallest module. So, start with the smallest chapter, modules, the module 3, and then slowly build up to that one. I remember, unless I'm past the module straight away first time, I had to do smallest chapter. I'm at end. The last module I had was module 11, and that's how I did it. I was ready by then. I have only one module, so I gave it all. I smashed it. So take it like that, my friend. You got this. You have to believe in yourself mentally. Believe in yourself. This is little tips at the end. Just mentally believe in yourself. You can do this. Normally, it should take you a month, and then get a routine. For me, if you're asking me, Musa, what's the advice? For me, I prefer morning. Is that my baby crying? Hopefully, if you hear this, it's gonna be crazy. That's my baby crying. The way I prefer this is, the way I prefer was, I used to like revising in the morning, early in the morning. My aim was like 10 pages a day, especially if it's 80, if the whole book was, special module 8 was 80, 90 pages, I used to try to finish like 10 pages a day. That was my aim, 10 pages a day. That's how it's that. So get yourself a timetable. Early in the morning, I'm telling you my advice, morning is blessed, man. Morning is blessed. And then the next thing is that sometimes change your revision area. Like if you're revising in your room and so on, open the window, get some light, get some fresh air, put the earphones, So I don't really, so get the earphones, listen, motivation and so on. You got this. And sometimes go to the library, go outside, go to the library and pass. This is only, you have to revise, man. And last point, very important, this is very important, especially at the end of my, at the beginning of my modules. I had a group of friends. And we used to try to revise together, or some of my friends, they will never revise, and next day, they smash it. They're different to me. I need to revise, I need to sit. So you have to find your own way. Just find your own way. Go to the little corner in the library, go to the silent area, or just stay somewhere silent. Tell your families, don't talk to me. Just put the effort. You will smash this, man. A month normally you should take, but at the beginning it's gonna be hard. You're not gonna get a rhythm. Once you get a rhythm, you will smash it, my friend. Man, if I saved my notes, every module I had little notes like for the whole, anything that can come up on that chapter. What's this? What's that purpose? How does that work? I had it. And last, I'm going to end with this. So if you fail a module, let's say you got 68%, see it. Don't see it like, or let's say you had 70% and you're like, oh man, I'm missing 5%. See it like, okay, it looks like, 70%. Maybe not. Maybe that paper was a hard paper you got. Normally they have like 3 papers that you may get the hardest one and then 2 easy ones like that. So maybe that you had the hard one, this one, a hard one. So next time you may smash it, but see it now. Next time when you're revising it, when you're doing that module again, I had 70% last time. I need 5% more, but do 10% more or 15% more. But now you have to revise again. So go back to the 3 methods. You will, by doing this, you will find that, oh, I know this chapter, everything. These chapters are giving me a headache and so on. Lastly, but at the end, this is the end. Now you have AI, my friend. My friend, come here. You have AI now. AI tools, ChatGPT, and so on. So what you do is, put the PDF in there and give the AI. By my time, we didn't have this. My time, we didn't have this. Put the PDF in there. Give the ChatGPT some. Maybe you may have a. My baby's crying. My baby's not actually crying. He's just screaming. He's doing that. It's good, man. His mom is there, anyways. But he's just screaming like. Anyways, this is the last one I'm gonna end. When you have AI tools now, AI ChatGPT and so on, DeepSeek, put the PDF in there. But just don't say, give them an example question. Say, these are some example questions. If you have 10, these are some example questions. Can you do a multiple choice? Give me A, B, C. Tell them I'm doing level 3. The more info you give to the AI, the better it will be. Use that tool. You never know, man. You never know. So that's how I'm gonna end, my friend. I hope you smash it. Just mentally you have to change, man. Mentally you have to. You're gonna fail a couple ones, but you're gonna get a rhythm, my friend, and you're gonna smash it. So I'm just gonna end it like that. And assalamu alaikum. I hope it goes well. You got this. Believe in yourself. So assalamu alaikum. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.